So this entire alleyway gives you an idea of where we are at with the state of our homes today. As I mentioned before, they're made out of Adobe, which is a mixture of earth, water, and straw. The dirt we use is collected from the mountainside, so we haul the dirt down here, we sift the dirt so that we can get the rocks and the weeds out, and then we have the finer dirt that we then mix with water and straw to create a very thick mud consistency. Once this mud is made, we pour it into wooden molds that make bricks anywhere from 3 to 5 inches thick. So once these bricks are ready, we have to let them sun bake for about a week or two. And so once they're fully ready for use, we start by simply building from the ground up. All of these homes do have a rock foundation to them, and so that's why you see this sort of rock outlining here. This used to be a room. Now, in between each of these bricks, when we are constructing our homes, is that same mud mixture that acts as a mortar or as a glue to the bricks around it. And so you can see an example of that here and also there on that pillar there. Now, our rooftops are made from trees that are taken down from the mountain. They're skinned as logs. They're placed across one part of the home. Going the opposite way are smaller trees or plyboard, and then on top of all of that is more dirt. Most of these homes have rooftops that are dirt packed because of insulation. During the winter time, all of these homes are heated by fireplaces, and so the Adobe does keep the heat in very well. During the summertime, during our hot, dry days, this Adobe keeps the heat out very well. So if you have a chance to visit one of the shops today, I encourage you to do so, and you can feel like air conditioning on the inside of them. Now, what goes over all of this brickwork is that same mud mixture that acts as a form of plaster. This plaster does have to be refurbished at least once a year in order to avoid more deterioration, because Adobe is very vulnerable to the weather. You can see an idea of that here, how on this side there's the smooth plaster, it's cracking here and there, but then as you look that way, the bricks are exposed because the plaster is fully washed. Now once the plaster is away, then the bricks will start to wash away as well. So it is a huge family undertaking to plaster your home. I know we have 2 family homes in my family, and so every September, that's about the time that we replaster our homes, because it's after a monsoon, right before our cold winter months. And so we have to have a lot of help to haul dirt, to haul water, to mix, to plaster, and so it's a process, right? But we do have families that might not have all that support but wish to maintain the exteriors of their home, so they get the support of our tribal preservation program. That is funded by UNESCO. It allows us to hire folks from our own community to come here and help these families in need at times. Now, we have families that might not return to Taos Pueblo. That's a reality we face, which is why you'll see homes like that behind you. That's considered to be a home in full deterioration. Now, out of respect for that family and a possible descendant that might come back to reclaim that home, as a community, it's a rule that we just leave it as is. Plus, you know, it's highly unlikely that any of us will go and take over that home and rebuild it and maintain it, because it takes so much work to just replaster them. And so we just leave it as is. Unless it's deemed unsafe for the community, then we'll tear it down. But we do have our tribal government roles that take account into whose home belongs to who. And so that's still very much a record-keeping practice that we have. Now, one home might not belong to, 2 homes together might not belong to the same family. So we have to be very mindful of our neighbors and how we choose to replaster and refurbish, or even add any modern amenities like the rain gutters, or you can see some modern piping on some of the rooftops. So we're allowed to do certain things, but again, we have to be mindful of our neighbors. Now, the most modern things about our homes are the windows and doorways. Those were introduced to us by the Spanish. The original way of entering our homes was through an entryway on the rooftop. This would serve as a skylight as well as a protection against raiding tribes. From time to time, nomadic tribes would raid our people for our goods, and so as a result, instead of giving them full access into our homes, we'd simply pull up the ladders, and no one would be able to get up and into our homes. So most homes do have the windows and doorways, but we still have homes without them, so we only reserve those for ceremonial purposes. Now, families who still live here, they do not pay a property tax to live here. They don't have a mortgage payment. We don't rent, sell, or buy these homes from one another. They're a very affordable way to live in our ancestral way. However, they do live without the modern amenities of running water and electricity. So it's kind of like camping, but with a nice Adobe home around you. For bathrooms and showers, we do have facilities that are located outside of the village area to accommodate families that live here. And families that live here are very modern people. They have jobs in town or with the tribe, and they go to Smith's to buy their steak or seafood. And they're very modern people, but they choose to live this way. And so sometimes it's out of choice, and sometimes it is out of necessity, depending on the family structure. Now, most of these homes are functioning as, again, those kind of occurring homes where we come in all throughout the year. So for example, when it snows here, we do have to go to the rooftops and shovel the snow off, because if we didn't, that would threaten the safety of the rooftop. When it rains here, if it's a heavy rain, we make sure that it's not leaking, and we make sure that they're clean, and so they are maintained all throughout the year, inside and out. Yeah.
So I see the skylight covers. Would that
Yeah.
be like where the opening used to be?
It could be. Yeah, it could be. So some of the lower level structures, they've had more freedom to do what they want with their rooftops. Where you'll see that more likely though is like on the second story and third.